What's going on, guys? I wanted to talk to you real quick about something that I was thinking about last night, which is how becoming a dad has changed me and the way I feel and really the way I behave. There's a lot of things that changed about me that I didn't really anticipate when my wife gave birth to our daughter. And I'll admit, for the first few months, I didn't really feel comfortable alone with the baby. I had to let her take the lead because I don't have those, us men don't have those maternal instincts. And I would get nervous when she cried. I would always feel like she wanted mom, and most of the time she did. But I got better at it, and when my wife's 3-month maternity leave was up, she had to go back to work most days of the week, and I had to continue working from home and take care of this baby. So it was a trial by fire, and luckily I adapted really quickly. I got better at learning her cries and her movements and being able to figure out what she needed based on what she was doing. And I have to tell you, the bond that I have developed with my daughter over the last 4 or 5 months is just, it's unlike anything else I've ever experienced. The relationship I have with my wife is the most powerful relationship in the world to me, but there's something about a child that's different. It's like my love for my wife, I feel like it's in my belly and it's in my head, and it's very rational, and it's built on like memories and the past. But the relationship you have with a child is there's no other way to put it. It's in your heart. And the energy that I feel when I'm with my child, it comes from the chest. Now, there's lots of Eastern philosophies that talk about the chakras of the body, and I am by no means well rehearsed in any of that philosophy. I'm more of a scientist. I'm a little more rational. I'm not sure if there's any science behind the chakras. I would not be surprised if there is, because science has shown us the benefits of meditation. And I really think a lot of the Eastern philosophies were onto something. And that's why they're still around today and they're so prevalent. So perhaps there is something to be said about the chakras. But I do feel like prior to having my child, I lived in my head. Everything I did was premeditated. I thought long and hard about everything. I was kind of indecisive. And my energy was up here. I was living through my senses, right? I was living through touch, through seeing, through hearing, and through thinking. Thinking isn't a sense, but it was very strong. I would analyze everything that's around me, take in all the information. But after having a child and spending all this time with her and knowing what it's like to have something that is more important than myself now, that I would die for in an instant, I feel like I live more through emotion now. I feel like my energy kind of radiates from my heart. And some of you might think that sounds completely crazy, which is fair. If you have a child, maybe you kind of understand what I'm saying. But it really has changed me, and I feel calmer now. I talk from my diaphragm now. I feel like my voice comes from deeper down in my throat. I talk slower. I take my time when I talk. If you watch some of my really old videos, there's not that many. I talk really fast. My voice is higher pitched. It's a higher vibrational energy. And now everything is kind of deeper. It's more visceral. And I feel like I sense and perceive my existence more with my heart than with my brain now. It's weird, but it's very calming, and I like it. I feel grounded. And there's all kinds of other things too. Like, I never thought babies were cute. I never thought babies were cute. I think they're adorable now. And that's definitely new. I think they're cute. I never thought they were cute. And dad strength. I have to talk about dad strength. Now, I don't know if this is a real thing. I looked it up, but I didn't find any actual studies on it. But there's a lot of anecdotal evidence about dad strength, which is once you have a child, you get stronger quicker. Like, you gain extra strength, and if you strength train, it like multiplies quicker. And I can't say that I have it because that's confirmation bias. But I have to at least suggest it. I only started powerlifting last November, which was after my daughter had been born. So I had never really been that concerned with strength. That might be why I didn't get as strong as quickly as I am now. But right now, I'm the strongest I've ever been. My daughter was born in July, and in November, I added 40 pounds to my squat, like in 1 month. I went down in the basement with my wife, and I was just like, look, I've never squatted this before. I'm gonna try it. I'm tired of being bad at squatting. And like in a couple weeks, I was cranking out heavier weights than I've ever used in my life. And now I'm trying to get a 300-pound 1 rep max. I did 295, and I think I'll probably get it this week or next. And I'm stronger now. To say that it's because of me being a dad is ridiculous. And it's probably, if it is responsible, it's probably only for a fraction. But it's still something to consider. And I like the idea of dad strength. I think it's cool. Because us dads, we don't get a lot of perks from having babies. But I guess we could pretend that that's one. So anyways, I feel thankful that I'm a dad. I was nervous when we found out we were having a kid. It wasn't in the plan for at least a few more years. But Ann and I have always been reckless, kind of everything or nothing type people. So it happened, and I'm so thankful it did. I've grown more as a person in 1 year than I could have possibly imagined. 2017 was a very difficult year for me. I started my business, quit my job, had the child. It was a tough year, but man, have I grown, and I'm so thankful that everything happened the way it did. Even when you're scared, you're not sure about what's going to happen, if you're hesitating, things are new and kind of scary, just know that as long as you do your best, you roll with the punches. It's a nice day for motorcycles. You roll with the punches, you focus on learning and improving and accepting your mistakes, accepting your flaws, and doing your best to improve upon them. You have nothing to be scared of, and you'll be thankful that you went through everything that you did. So being a dad is not for everyone. I'm not saying dads are better than people who aren't dads, not at all the case, but for me it was just what I needed right in that moment, and I couldn't be happier for it. So that's all. Take care, everybody, and as always, train lively.